lineage of the 276. The heritage of the 276 Engineer Battalion can be traced to 1652, when the House of Burgesses, today the General Assembly, authorized the organization of the Charles City and the Henrico County regiments. Both counties compose parts of the western frontier of the colony, and neither had a large enough population to make a regiment by itself. With the start of the American Revolution in 1775, Colonel Patrick Henry, commanding all state forces in central Virginia, including the Charles City County and Henrico County Regiment, launched a successful attack on the Royal Army at Great Bridge in 1775. By 1844, the Richmond VA was formally organized and later designated as the 1st Regiment of Virginia Volunteers in 1846. In the following years, the regiment would see combat in the Civil War and the First World War. By 1941, the 1st Richmond Regiment became the 176th Infantry and later reorganized to the 276th Engineer Battalion Combat in 1963. In 1985, the unit received the traditional designation as the 1st Virginia Regiment and was signed by John Marsh Jr., Secretary of the Army. On December 18, 2003, the 276 was mobilized and served in Operation Iraqi Freedom, being released from active duty on February 23, 2005. During this tour, it earned 2 campaign streamers, bringing the battalion's total to 20. It earned its first troop decorations, a Meritorious Unit Citation for Outstanding Achievement, and a Valorous Unit Award for Extraordinary Heroism in Actions Against an Armed Enemy during its deployment to Iraq. As a result of the Army-wide transformation in 2006, the HAC Headquarters Company of the 276th Battalion was reorganized as a modular headquarters with the mission to command and control various engineered companies as assigned to specific operation and combat zones. The modular unit consists of the FSC, Forward Support Company, responsible for logistics, and the HSC, Headquarters Support Company, containing these operations. In early 2009, the 276 will serve as Task Force Pilot in Afghanistan and command and control 4 engineer companies from California, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Germany. The soldiers of this historic unit will carry on a long and proud tradition of God's service to the Commonwealth and the country that members of the 276 and all its forebears have come to represent for the past 357 years. The guest speakers for today will consist of the Honorable Tim Kaine, Governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, Major General Robert B. Newman, Jr., Adjutant General of Virginia, Lieutenant Colonel James Zoll, Commander, 276 Engineers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Tim Kaine, Governor of Virginia.
Thank you very much. Thank you and God bless each of you, to the members of the 276th, and to all the families and friends and supporters who are here in your honor. That's an impressive lineage. The 276 traces all the way back to 1652, when a predecessor unit was created by the General Assembly of Virginia. And the 276th has served in notable capacity now for nearly 357 years. You are the inheritors of a proud tradition. I just want to say 2 things today to you this morning, and it is really my great honor to be with you. One of the roles of the governor that you don't think about much before you're governor, but that you think about a lot after, is Commander-in-Chief of Guard and Air Guard. And some of my most vivid memories in my 3 years as governor has come in interaction with Guard and Air Guard units. First, in March of 2006, I traveled to Kuwait, Iraq, and Afghanistan to visit Virginia Guard and Air Guard troops in service, as well as active duty, and those with other connections to Virginia. And I want to say to you, I know that a large number of those from the 276th, even those deploying today, have previously deployed to Iraq, but the trip that I made to Afghanistan is going to be one of the most important memories of my time as governor. The mission there is a very just one. The Afghan people, in recent history, in their subjugation, first by the Soviet Union and then by the Taliban, have had a very, very difficult time. But the true liberation of American presence there and international presence there, this is a true international mission, has brought a great deal of hope to that country. The mission is still difficult. The odds are still tough. There's a lot of work to do. But in my brief visit to Afghanistan, I certainly saw the best of America, but also a reaction of Afghan citizens who were pulling together and trying to do things in their country that had not been done for generations. And they were able to begin doing basic things: education, building infrastructure, building an economy that was not just reliant upon opium or poppy production. They're doing those things because of the grace of the American people, and especially our American fighting men and women. So I assure you that while difficult and challenging, the mission that you are going to be part of in Afghanistan is a critically important one, and Afghan people appreciate it. Second, it's a time of holiday and Thanksgiving, and we have much to be thankful for. I know there are many emotions in this room, positive and emotions of concern, but this is a time of Thanksgiving, and we are thankful as a nation and as a Commonwealth for your service. There is probably no state in this country that is as connected with the military service as Virginia. Active duty, guardmen, women, reservists, 1 in 10 Virginians is a veteran, military and military-connected families, Department of Defense civilian employees, Department of Defense contractors. We are very connected and have been throughout our history with the military. And so we give thanks in this season of Thanksgiving for this continued and unbroken line of service that you are perpetuating today with this deployment. And we also give thanks to family. This will be a challenging time for you and for your families. But this would be my prayer, that the difficulties when you're gone and the feelings of separation will just make your return sweeter, and will make all of us realize how precious family is, so that when you come back, that memory will be part of you and your families forever. Family is precious. That's what this time of year is about. And it's good to consider you part of this Virginia family, a very valued part of the Virginia family. God bless each of you. I look forward to being with you on your return. Thanks very much.